Welcome to episode 1301 of the Multifamily Collective. Today, I wanted to talk a little bit about something that I promote regularly, and that is doing the reps. In other words, showing up and doing a particular thing over and over and over and over until you get it imbued in your mind in the way of muscle memory. The only way to get really good at something is to understand that you're not going to be very good at it when you start, and to understand that you're going to have to do it over and over and over to actually get some muscle memory so that you can do it by default. And it's not just doing it over and over and over and over, just as a rote and routine type of exercise, but it's doing it, taking time to reflect, something that's called replaying the call. Uh, so you do it, you make a mistake, you replay the call, you get to the mistake, and then you put a fix in place so that the next rep that you do, you don't make that same mistake. You may make a different mistake, but you do the rep second time, you get a mistake, you make a correction. Third time, you make a mistake, different mistake, you correct, you do it again for a fourth time, fifth time, so on and so forth, until you get what is sort of a default response or reaction to a catalyst that might come your way. In other words, a problem that is germane to that skill set. If you've done the reps, you've imbued the lesson in your mind. When that catalyst comes along, you default to that level of learning, and then you can move forward, right? And the more reps you do, the more efficient you become at a particular process. What happens many times is that we do it once or twice, we get a little bit of a working understanding how something processes, and then something comes along kind of dramatic in nature, and we default to our level of training or our level of commitment to doing the reps with enough frequency to be really good at something. So you default to this level of training, so to speak, and you respond to something and it doesn't get responded to and doesn't create the type of outcome that you're after. So my encouragement to you is that when you are learning a new skill, move rapidly. Put away the idea that you're going to look silly trying to learn something, and put away the anxiousness that is associated with that, because there is no other way to learn. You have to kind of look dumb or um, yeah, just dumb. You just kind of have to resign yourself to the idea. You'll look a little bit dumb in the early innings till you get enough reps so that that level of learning is increasing and it's imbuing in your mind, so that when that adversity comes along, that catalyst comes along, something comes along in your day that's germane to that particular lesson, you are there. You can show up there with a level of learning that will create an outcome that is more desirable than one in the early innings. So my encouragement to you is don't be afraid to do the reps, because that is the only way to learn. Don't be afraid of looking a little bit dumb in the beginning. Uh, it's part of the process. Take care. We'll talk to you again soon.